Dr. Sean J. Harris, Generation Wealth Academy. Listen, let's talk about this story. They're talking about where kids are graduating college right now and they're not having jobs. So this lady talks about her graduating high school, having her dream job and not being in a position to get that job because there's so much competition out there. So one of the key things we have to focus on is creating viable pathways for our kids and not just relying on going to get a college degree. Because listen, quite honestly, I know people who have more degrees than a thermometer are still not hitting it financially. So that's not quite the key.
A difficult job market for recent college graduates. According to the latest unemployment report, many are having no luck landing that first job. Chief Economics correspondent Rebecca Jarvis is here with what's going on. And so, Rebecca, why are we seeing this?
Yeah, well, Robin, it's a really competitive jobs market right now. And I think a lot of us can relate to this. At some point, we all left school and we all had to find a job. I was leaving college at a time where we had come out of a really strong jobs market and then there were fewer jobs. And that's very similar to what's going on here. More people are graduating with college degrees. And so that's more competitive if you have a college degree. And that's why we see the unemployment rate higher for graduates at 6.1% versus the national average at 4.2%. Fewer people are also leaving their jobs because if you leave a job, you got to get a new one. And because it's more competitive to get a new one, people are less inclined to do that.
This anchor said that when she graduated from college, she did not get the job of her dreams. She said she was just focused on getting a job to pay the bills. And ironically, I'm sure one of those bills just happened to be her student loan, not to mention the cost of living in her daily life. So listen, we got to stop teaching our kids that getting a degree is the end all to be all, because we're finding that more people are going alternative routes, making far more money, being far more successful than a person just relying on a piece of paper.
Job of your dreams might not be the job that I don't know any about you, but I left college. I did not have the job of my dreams. I had the job that paid the bills. Yeah. And that was the important thing for me when I left college.
Listen, this part, they're talking about AI. So many schools are so adamant about students not using AI, saying that it's not using their own creativity. But basically all AI does, it takes the story of a human and just magnifies it and make it a better story. Because as you hear here, all of the jobs are going to be AI driven, AI responsive. But we're telling our kids don't use AI. It's kind of like telling a farmer, don't use this plow, just figure out how to dig up the crops by hand, when the plow is obviously a better resource and tool to use.
And how does the AI play a part in all this?
It certainly is playing a role in terms of both how companies are hiring